Hello, my name is Melissa Whitmer, and in this video tutorial, we will be looking at how to create fill-in-the-blank questions on your Canvas quiz. Fill-in-the-blank allows students to type in the final answer into a blank that is in the question box on Canvas. Also, when the student submits the quiz, Canvas will automatically grade those questions for you, and you'll be able to see quickly, visually, red or green, if it's right or wrong. You'll compare that work to what the student submitted to give them partial credit or see if there was some type of way that it was graded incorrectly when it should be correct. So first, I'm going to take you through how to create a quiz question with one blank, and then how to create a quiz question with multiple blanks. We're going to start by looking at one of my Canvas quizzes for contemporary math. So first, we're going to look at a question that I created for dimensional analysis. And in this question, I want them to type in the final answer. So I'm going to edit this question, and I'm going to grab the HTML code so I can copy that over to a sample quiz. So here's a sample quiz that I've started, and I'm going to scroll down and create a new question. So click to add a new question. You can title the question dimensional analysis or just leave it question. And then I'm going to do a fill in the blank. So select that from the drop box and then type in the point value for that question. Now, when I'm building a question from scratch, I would be maybe doing a combination of text with instructions, screenshots with images. So maybe I have a test that's a written test on a Word document, and I'm creating and grabbing screenshots of those images and pasting them here with that upload image option here. So let's take a look at what that looks like with this question. So it says use the table and do a conversion. And so this is something that I typed in with text. This table is an image that I did a screenshot from a test and uploaded here. And then I have down here, I wrote the final answer of what I want them to convert. So when you have selected fill in the blank, sometimes you'll see possible answers show up, but most likely when it's your very first time creating a question from scratch, there's nothing down here at all. So you have to click to add an answer. And here you're in this box, you're going to type in a possible answer that would be correct that a student could type in the blank. So let's see what this answer should be. It's supposed to be 9,000. So I can type 9,000, but maybe a student will use a comma. So I want to type it in as a comma so that the computer counts both of these correct when grading. Finally, down below, you have these options for entering in comments. I typically never use the green or the red. The green box is for comments that students see if they get the answer correct. The red is if they get it wrong. And I usually use the blue, which is just everybody sees this and I see it because this is my answer key. So what I do is I click that blue box and you have the option to upload maybe an image. So if you have an answer key that you've handwritten, scan that and you can get a screenshot of your worked out solution, and you can upload the screenshot right here for grading. It looks like here I use the equation tool to type that equation in and show the work. So it lets me kind of check the students' work with what they did instead of just seeing that final answer. So I'm just going to type in answer here. So if you wanted to type in the equation on this, it looks like you have to do that 3 dots here for the more options and select that square root icon, which is going to allow you to insert a math equation if you choose to do so. When you have finished editing, update your question. So you can see my point value here. I have the pencil icon if I want to edit or change things. I'm going to grab this question and drag it up here. And now it's really important to hit the blue save after you're finished editing your question. Let's preview the quiz to see what this looks like. So the student sees in this question just a blank. So it's not really, necessary. I can see that maybe I didn't need to type all this extra convert information. But looking at this, probably what would be helpful is to, in the directions somewhere, indicate to the student that I want them to type their final answer into the box. So that is something that I've kind of changed with my question instructions. And it's something to keep in mind when you create these. So you can maybe do type your final answer into the text box, but show your work on your own paper. And so that could be something that I just put on every single question, so I have consistency and the students know what I want them to do. So this particular question on my test was part of a group, which I demonstrated on another video. So I've got some variability here so that students don't all get the same dimensional analysis questions. Okay, so what if you have a question that maybe you want them to answer multiple things for the same question? So for that option, we're going to create a new question. And we're going to select fill in multiple blanks. So if it's just one answer, you do fill in the blank, but if you have more than one answer, fill in multiple blanks. Now notice how Canvas gives me some hints on how I need to format this type of question. So in the box below, every place you want to show an answer box, type a reference word with no spaces surrounded by brackets. The students will not see that reference word. They will just see blanks showing up around that word inside the brackets. For example, roses are brackets, color 1 with no spaces. Violets are brackets, color 2 with no spaces. So I'm going to grab an example from my contemporary math test, and this particular property area conversion question did have 2 different answers to it. So you can see here that I've got some text. I have an image that I did a screenshot and uploaded that for the table, and then I've got the way to type in. So I'm going to grab that and copy that over. Okay, so once you have the question formatted and you have multiple questions, you can type some text like this. So I want them to first answer question A, how large is the property when you convert it? So the way that I need to format that is the property is brackets, and then you have your reference word inside. And then the part B, if the property is selling for this much, what is the price per? So I've got the price is dollars, brackets, price per hectare. Now, when you create the brackets, Canvas will automatically start building a drop-down menu of possible answers for each reference word. So I would select that first reference word, type in all possible answers so that I can catch all variations of that. Now this answer is just a whole number 26. So then I need to delete that other possible answer. So just one is showing up there. Now let's get the drop-down menu and get that second reference word price and click in the box, and that's that 20,192.31. So I might, have some variation with how, like, multiple possible answers. Maybe they type the $sign in. Maybe they don't, so I'm going to delete that. Maybe they type it in without a comma, but they use the $sign. Or maybe they have no $sign and they have no comma. So that's up to you with how much you want to edit that and give all different variations. I'm having a hard time getting that out. There we go. And then in the blue box, I would type in, either hand type my solution or do a screenshot of my answer key so that I see this when I grade that student's work. Update the question, and then let's drag that up here. And let's preview to see, after we save the quiz, since we made some changes, what does this type of question look like in the student view? Make sure that when you preview, you don't have Proctorio turned on for your quiz. So if we scroll down, we'll see that the first fill in the blank question, there's that one blank, but here's how it appears with that multiple blank. So it literally looks just as I typed it, formatted with those sentences, and they'll type that in those 2 different blanks. So it's pretty user-friendly. I can see I probably need to update this question and change my point value. So there's lots of things to catch if you're doing this. Notice that they don't see the brackets. They don't see the reference word at all. They just see a blank there. So I'm going to go up and keep editing. And In other videos, I'll show you how to use other ways of question creations, which will help build the efficiency for grading your quiz if you allow students to type answers in. Thanks for watching.